Guys, what's going on? Zuko back with the birds. Another Shadowlands video. We're doing a dungeon right now. I'm stirring my coffee right now, actually. I'm stirring my coffee. This is the whole video, actually. It's just me stirring my coffee. Okay, I'm done. Okay, what are we doing? I hope you're having a good day. We're gonna do a mist. I'm gonna show you a video of a mists that I just did, a plus 15. Let me look. First of all, I'm gonna show you the talents I'm running. So I did. We're doing Witch Doctor Wolf Bones, so lots of dogs. Okay, I did this in a dungeon a minute ago, and I did Storm Flurry Forceful Winds just to try it out, just for fun, to see how that felt, because it gives you a chance to get more Maelstrom stacks, which gets your dogs back. It was okay, it was fine, but I actually just tried it with Hot Hands and Elemental Blast, and I think it's better. And that's what we're running. We're running the Witch Doctor Wolf Bones. I am running Flayed-Wing Toxin as well, just to give this trinket a shake. The 90 agility is like pretty attractive. So let's get out of this. I'm gonna jump over to the VOD and let's get it started. I want to walk through the whole dungeon, and we're gonna talk about it as we go. It ends up being a really good run. Get the Maelstrom stacks going. Let me just move this over here so I'm looking at you guys. So cool that they let you. It used to only be 3-minute cooldowns. Now it's 2 minutes. So we have a
We're good.
juiced Ellie Blast ready to go. Okay, so first pull here is big. The tank goes huge, which is great. This is what you want, but I was kind of shocked. Oh my gosh, he's going crazy. This is what you should do. I put out Rocky. Do as much damage as I can. This is not really my moment though. Watch the Warlock. Look at the Warlock right now. Suddenly he just goes right through the roof. So we're doing like 11 or 12k, which is good. They're doing crazy damage. Again, we don't have a big burst like Doom wins. That's not what our build does, and that's okay. Everybody almost dies. I start healing just to keep people alive, because that's how that pull goes. Other people. That was good. Good burst. So that was great. I mean, we saved so much time right there. Stuff works. If your tank can do that, and then I make a huge mistake right here. I'm such a friggin' idiot. You're supposed to run past, and I tried to get my Rocky down. Anyway, don't do that. That's a huge mistake. That's so my bad right there. The tank didn't even care, man. He just pushed on and I feel like an idiot. He's a great tank. That was a huge mistake. Don't have Rocky summon, because he just sort of AoE taunts things around him. So we essence. That's what I'm here for. We get through this. I'm kicking stuff. A little bit more. Again, the burst from the warrior is Spear of Bastion, so it's every like 1 minute, every 40 seconds he gets the big Spear of Bastion burst. I think the burst from the warlock is every 3 minutes with his like he's affliction, right? So he has the laser beam eye guy. I think that's like his burst is wrapped around him. So the longer the fights go on, the more even the DPS will become, because we have a consistent sort of DPS that comes up. No big burst. We get through this guy. Oh, sorry. Twitch is going to have a hard time skipping here. We get the power. I want to get to the first boss. Good. Look at watch the burst again. Look at this burst real quick. The warrior is going to go crazy with Spear of Bastion. And the Demon Hunter. There, those two guys are up there. I get my wolves out, and everything's already dead, unfortunately. But because these guys just have really, really great burst. They just did 23, 24k, so good stuff from them. Gonna push forward a little bit. I don't want to be here all day with you guys. I just want to make sure we get to the good parts. So they do this cruel wall skip thing that I've seen other people do before. The Warlock sends his pet through the mist here and starts aggroing the next Tormentor, which is exactly what we happen. So he can pull the Tormentor through the mist, and then we can fight him here, which is great. The Warlock stands in the fire, which is pretty funny. We've skipped over the boss right now. You can do that. So if you have like a Warlock in your group, or even Hunters can do this with their pets, they can send their pets through the mists and aggro the next Tormentor and bring him through, and you can get the second Tormentor buff before you start the boss fight, which on tyrannical weeks is kind of like essential, in higher keys anyway. Then we kill these two guys, which is good. Knock the guy over. Then I want to show you, this is the boss fight. So what are some really important jobs here? Let me just pause for 1 second. Really important jobs for Shaman on the boss fight. Number 1, you have your Fear Totem, Tremor Totem, to stop the fear, and you're going to see that happen in a couple seconds here. Number 2, you need to kick the boss, kick Ingra, because he does Spirit Bolt, and he won't move. And so you'll have all the blue crap on the ground that's doing damage to you, so you want to be able to move. So as a Shaman with a ranged low cooldown kick, you need to kick Ingra to get rid of the Spirit Bolt so that the tank can move him out of the blue crap so that everybody can keep doing damage, melee people in particular. Those two things are so important. And then you have to lust. You're going to lust when you've gotten the tree guy down low. So I just kick Ingra there. I'm jumping over the blue puddles. The tank does a good job trying to keep us in the right spot, but it's hard. This is why you have to kick. There's a fear coming in a second. I need to pay attention. Also, look at the damage. The rest of the guys... I dropped Fear Totem there. Sorry. Let me go back. He's doing it right now. Here it comes. Repulsive Visage. I dropped my totem right now.
I got the totem down. We're good.
Yeah. So that's what you need to do on that fight. On Tyrannical weeks, you will always have to do it. Because the fight just lasts long enough. We start getting the tree down, and I lust in a couple seconds. I'm getting ready to do it. A couple seconds early, but it's pretty much okay. We get a big burst.
Touch early there, but whatever. We figured it out. It's my only job. That's why I'm here. To press lust.
These guys are so good. But Shaman really does have a lot of tools, which is what makes us a valuable class. Maybe more so than others who just have damage. Lots of other classes have tools as well, but Shaman just has so many. It's just really, really incredible. And our damage is good on this fight. Obviously, we're getting buffed.
The fear totem again as well.
I thought the fear was going to come again, but I don't think it does. The fear would have come, but
so we can move.
We get the tree down.
To do here, actually.
Yeah. Sorry.
Really important to kick that guy so that we can move. Get the fear if it's coming.
We end up getting the tree guy.
You gotta move out of the blue stuff, right? That's what we want to be doing.
Down low enough. Right here. Boom. Then he takes control. So we don't have a second fear to deal with, but I would have been ready anyway. Our damage is pretty solid. We end up bursting this guy down. That's the end of that fight.
I mean, we're doing okay damage too, don't get me wrong. But we have those other things we need to be doing. Really important. That was great. That was a good boss fight. Oh! This is a good group, obviously. These guys are fantastic. Certainly better than me.
So, I have my...
Where did she run? She went to the right.
You can't see it, but you can see part of it. If you look here, there's my chart. I have my little chart for tracking the mists thing, but these guys have it all kind of figured out. We kind of manually do it, but anyway. Now, hopefully you're going to see in this next sequence the pack-to-pack-to-pack damage that I have. You just always have it, right? You're always doing 7 to 10k. Whereas the Warlock right now is doing 4 to 4.5k. The Warrior's doing 5k. Once they get their cooldowns, they burst really hard. But we're going to carry this portion.
I have the thing that I could use, but they're going to figure it out. Oh, you got to kill Spitefuls. So stupid.
They're going to hopefully... I'm going to hopefully carry sort of the pack-to-pack-to-pack damage here so that we have that consistent throughput. So this is a big burst from, I think, the Warrior? Yeah, here he goes. Here's the Warrior's burst, right? We're still doing 12k, but he's doing 25. And then here comes the Warlock. It's so funny watching an Aflock, right?
Oh, I got launched. That was awesome. He did the bucking rampage, and I was just in the right spot where it launched me through the wall. Like, yeah, through the wall, but
that was pretty funny.
That was awesome.
You can see, like, the Aflock. He doesn't do a lot of damage right away, and then he starts ramping. His dots all get ramping, and then just goes boom, you know? He just gets to the... So it's really cool to see that. But they just did their burst. Warrior, Warlock both just did their burst. So now they don't have as much damage. Here comes my damage and the Demon Hunter. Here we go. Look at 13k, 17k. We can both contribute here.
I should have kicked later, to be honest. But I have a dot on me. I'm going to wall.
Also, the timing of your cap totem is really important in these pack-to-pack-to-packs before you get to the next boss.
Get out of everybody's way here. I have a thing around me.
I'll show you what I mean. I was cap toteming too early in these packs. I'm going to do better in a minute on the next couple packs. You'll see. Spitefuls once again. We start doing the... I'm just sitting on a We're doing the puzzle manually. I haven't seen this in a
Only
long
leaf,
time,
I
but
think.
that's okay.
What's that other one over there? I think it's the only leaf, yeah.
Here's a single target guy. So again, we should have pretty good damage here. The other guys might actually have their burst back up. I can't remember, but let's see. Look at the damage. We're always going to
in
have...
this particular dungeon, it's looking like pack to pack, I'm doing a bunch of damage, right? And then like in the big AoE packs, obviously the Warlock and the Demon Hunter and the Warrior are absolutely pumping damage. So like, you have to think about it that way. You know, what does your group look like? What's the profile of the damage? What can you bring? Especially with something like Hot Hand, it's just single target for the most part. Lots of damage, which is great. The dogs help you with single target. This is my job, I think. Oh, he's back in the... Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
On
I
the
just said it
team.
again.
What are you bringing?
Let's move forward.
Is 10k on every pack, probably.
So here we go. These guys are going to do burst now. Watch the Warlock and the Warrior. They're going to pump damage here. And the Demon Hunter. Because they are ready to go.
I'm gonna stun right now.
I'm getting most of my... Then my
This is a
cap
better
totem.
time to stun.
Yeah.
I kept stunning really early before. You want to stun on Bucking Rampage for sure.
That's it there. Yeah. Here comes the Warrior. Here comes... Watch the Warlock. He's only doing
I feel
16k.
Like the Warrior and they're doing way more than me right now. Because we got big AoE. Which is good.
The Warlock's going to go crazy here, I think.
Just for everybody's threat here. Gonna wall.
Oh, I thought he did a big burst.
The Spiteful's on me and I want to get in there and fight any. I'm gonna kick Nourish. Kick Nourish the forest. So important. Get the dogs out again.
There's the Warlock. 18k.
Over time,
19k.
if this fight went on for a really long time, I would catch up to everybody because I had that consistent damage. But obviously the burst that's going out right now is what's beating me, but that's okay. Everybody's got different roles. It's great. It's good to have a cohesive team like that.
There's the Warlock again. Super cool. Let's keep going. And push forward here. Next pack.
Got Bucking Rampage. That's what you want.
I'll just back up a little bit. Watch my cap totem here.
Okay. I'm gonna hold your stun. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're stunning. Got Bucking Rampage.
That's what you got.
You want to try and get Bucking Rampage.
That's what you got to do right there.
That thing sucks.
That's a huge deal.
Nourish is going up. Somebody kicked it good.
Big damage from the Warrior.
On the Warrior. That's great. Love that. Always gonna dogs, trinket.
Get to the boss. This boss fight can be really tough because of the little fox that'll freeze you.
This fight can be really hard.
So I need to stop repeating myself. There's the freeze tag.
Deal with freeze tag. That's my guess.
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna touch it at all.
This team was great.
Mass roots from the druid should be perfect every time. I don't know if it's up every time. Can he? I think the druid can just switch between mass root and regular root, right?
I don't know that actually.
Only flower.
I got the fox on me. I didn't know where the fox was. I was being an idiot there, but anyway. This fight, you need to just be really careful.
Shoot, I'm an idiot.
I just tap targeted to the Vulpin. Thank God the fear.
It's okay. He ran out of time. Thank God. I almost messed that up so hard.
I really like Ellie Blast. Ellie Blast is really good.
They're doing fear. Really, really great. These guys are doing great.
So anyway, we actually managed this boss fight perfectly well. You can see the damage profile. This is a tough damage fight because...
If that guy had reached me and we froze everybody, then it's a wipe, right? So.
Yeah, it's just the damage is kind of rough because you're constantly avoiding.
That was a really weird one.
Let's just get past it. Get to the next part. I pulled this guy by accident. I thought they were... Anyway, they are. They're trying to pull it all on top of each other.
I wasn't sure if we were...
This is really good. This tank is so freaking good,
My
man.
bad.
This is what you want to do as a tank. I'm stunning.
I need to kick this. Oh, he did. Okay. I'll kick the next.
There's two things you have to kick on those worms,
I'm
right?
focusing down the big guy who's going to cast the shield.
The green shields, and then the blue regen. So you need to, like, coordinate your kicks.
In the higher templates, right? You got to be able to... I got a wall here. Because there's a guy and I'm slow. Gonna heal myself.
He banished that guy. It's really great. Really, really good group. Use of the CC was phenomenal. He pulls these together.
We kind of pulled nothing too special here. Could just push through. I'm gonna get to the end here, to the last boss. We kill this pack, lots more Spitefuls. Big pack here. Big burst, once again, they're stimulated, so we want to kick that guy.
I kicked after. That's unfortunate.
I messed up my kick there. So
we all kicked there, basically.
If you're on comms with a group, like, that gets so much easier. You just say, Shaman, you're kicking first. DH, you're kicking second. Like, you need to coordinate that stuff, or else it just gets, it's gonna be really messy. So again, nobody's used any cooldowns, I don't think, because their damage is not that high. You can see it's only about 9 or 10k, but we're all spread pretty evenly. Here comes the next AoE pack. I think the DH does a big pull. He pulls everything together here. This is a great AoE pull here. So good for people who have cooldowns, right? 2-minute cooldowns or the 3-minute cooldown of the Warlock. I kick stimulated here. It's really good. Then he tries to move forward. It's good. Everybody's just doing great damage. Like, this is the key to success in Mythic Plus in the higher keys. Like, the tank just has to know how to kind of kite and live. Unfortunately, kiting this week is the meta, but whatever. And then the DPS just have to pump as hard as they possibly can. Oh yeah, I spoiled that. You ready for this? This is fantastic. They put the green circle on the ground, and I thought I was on the edge of it, but I'm not. See that green on the ground? I thought I'm out of it. I wasn't out of it.
My bad.
You got absolutely wrecked. So you have to get out of those.
Just got clipped by it.
In the higher keys.
It was really close. I thought I was okay, but I wasn't.
Yeah, I thought it was. But there's another one. So I back way up this time. I'm terrified. Okay, final boss fight. You ready? We have Lust. We have everything we need. It goes down pretty easy here. Again, this is a group that has pretty good AoE burst. So hopefully it's my job in this fight to make sure that I'm doing as much damage as possible because I'm running a bit more of a single target build with the wolves. Let's see how it goes.
There we go, baby.
I'm at the top right away.
I'm gonna try and kick Infestor every time.
Did I not drop Wind Fury Totem here?
It's probably gonna do it, but it's just important to kick it.
That's sad.
Run.
I don't think I did. I'm getting better at it, guys. Don't worry. There's so many buttons to press on Shaman. It's crazy. I should have pressed Wind Fury Totem though. So the Warrior's beating us right now, but you'll see that we'll get ahead of him again. It's just a consistent damage. Wolves. There's so many things I need to get better at.
Consumption actually, because I think they're gonna kick the Infestor, and there you go. See, and the consumption actually does a lot of damage if you let it hit you. Everything in this fight does a lot of damage if it hits you. So.
My dogs are almost back. I need to track my dogs much better, and I need to put Wind Fury Totem down. Obviously, I'm
gonna wall here.
Just keep forgetting. Infestors are coming in. You want to do this.
All these trash.
So the Infestors are on me. It'll tell you if they're on you. You just need to bring it in, and then like pop a defensive,
so you can deal with it.
So they can get cleaved. That's really important. Otherwise, they run rampant. We're still top damage on this fight.
I'm gonna get Parasite this time because I don't know if anybody was gonna get it. They got Consumption, right? So we're just bouncing back and forth. Get one or the other.
Gets kind of messy here. Mind Link, I gotta run. Then you can jump back in. Damage goes down a little bit because we had to run out for consumption. Lots of mechanics, right? Wolves are back. Totem's back. Watching my feet. I'm just being careful. Mind Link again. Unfortunate.
No. To run away again. Ugh.
And we got it.
That was good. Good. We did it.
What was the time left? We had 4 minutes left. I mean, we crushed this, right? It was great. It was a good team.
Good. We did it. 10 rating for that. It's crazy.
So 7.5k overall. Let me look at the I think I scroll over the damage here.
That was good. Yeah. I need to upgrade my legendary, obviously.
Yeah.
And then
I can't upgrade my legendary right now because it costs 40 grand, 40,000 gold. I just don't even have that. I have that, but that's all I have basically. super good for the rating.
Let's see if we look
Wind
really quick
Fury.
here.
I was dropping Wind Fury.
Yeah, I didn't on the final
Listen,
boss.
backseat driver, get out of here.
Hero was telling me to drop Wind Fury. That's pretty tragic. I should have dropped that on the final boss. I would have done much more damage. So that's a huge mistake. It really
Happy
is.
to be there. That was good.
Okay, so here's the overall. We got Storm Strike, LA Blast.
7.5k overall. That was good. Like that's a great representation of the damage there.
Raptors almost at 8%. Vesper Totem does 6.5. Brittle's doing really well. I check on my Flayed Wing here. Let me look at it.
Super good. LA Blast just actually blasts. It does so much damage.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to do a
Hard to
comparison.
compare. So, like, okay,
Yeah.
Wind Fury only did 3% of my damage here. In the last dungeon, it did
a 17 Sanguine Depths.
8%. So that's
So in the last dungeon, I ran Forceful Winds and Storm Flurry, and Wind Fury did 8%.
5%. That's a 5% difference in damage. But the LE Blast did 9% of my damage. So like
4.
LE Blast did 4% more. So potentially it's just better. It's probably just better to take Blast because you also
I think
get
it
the
is.
bonus get the bonus stats from it, right? From
It's
LE
definitely
Blast.
better.
So that's a really cool breakdown to think about there.
Yeah.
Raptors doing lots of damage again. Vesper Totem actually doing lots of damage.
Flayed Wing.
Brittle pretty good. Flayed Wing was okay. It's actually okay. Flayed Wing is not awful because it's giving me 90 agility, which is like super good. And then it's also giving me, you know, an additional 2.2%. So not as good as Brittle, which is giving me crit and then a buttload of damage. Like it's doing double what the damage of Flayed Wing did, but giving me main stat on a trinket is pretty solid. So I don't know. I'm not really sure what to think about that. It's good, I think. Obviously, the buffs from the wolves are good. Icy Edge was good. The molten one, it's really hard to get value out of the molten one. But even though we went hot hand, it's not really for the molten buff from the dogs. Like that's obviously an extra bonus, but really it just makes Lava Lash do damage, man. It makes Lava Lash do a lot more damage, which is really good. So,
yeah. So more importantly, not only does Lava Lash do more damage, but it gives you another GCD. If you get a proc on hot hands, then there's never a moment where you don't have a button to press. Sometimes you have too many buttons to press, and I understand that problem, but that's actually an easily solved problem. It's better to have always to have a button to press, and that's what hot hand really gets you. So that's it, guys. That's the dungeon. We did 7.5k overall. I'm really happy with that. We had a very consistent damage profile throughout. This is something you can bring to your Mythic Plus group. You saw the difference between the Warrior and the Warlock and the DH when they all threw down their burst damage. The Warrior and the DH were Kyrian, so they have like a 40-second cooldown on their big abilities, right? The Warlock was Night Fae, I think, so he had the Soul Rot, so he's always kind of doing damage, but he had his 3-minute burst as well. So we're the consistency that comes in the middle there and just levels everything out. And then you have these other guys who are bouncing up and down. So it's really cool. I loved playing this. I think it's very viable. I'm going to keep doing hierarchies. This is only a 15. So I want to see what this looks like when we get to like a 20, right? Or a 17 and a 20. We're going to get there. But for now, really happy with it. I'm going to keep playing some more. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one.